All right, so back again with another video. 5 years later, I was supposed to make a follow-up video to the first one that I made when I initially bought the chain, but I never did, so apologies for that. But here we are 5 years later. As you can see, I still have the chain. It looks just as beautiful as it did the first day that I bought it. If you go back and you watch that first video, you can see how it looked then. You can compare it to how it looks now. To be honest, I have no complaints. I'm very happy with the product. It just goes to show that Daniel's Jewelry has top-notch quality and craftsmanship at the end of the day. So if you're looking for a Miami Cuban link chain, you really don't have to look any further than those guys. Customer service is A1. Obviously, quality and craftsmanship is A1 as well. And they make the chains in-house. So what more could you really be looking for? Anyway, so point of this video today, not only to let you guys know that 5 years later, this chain is still doing what it needs to do beautifully, but also to talk a little bit about how I plan to upgrade this chain, even though we're in a pretty high gold market. I don't know if you've looked around, but if you do, you'll find that the gold prices are pretty crazy right now. So if you want to buy some new gold, it's definitely going to run you. And I kind of got to thinking about that a little bit because I wanted to add a pendant to this chain. I think a pendant on this chain would be really nice. It would kind of give it a different shape. Instead of having this round profile here at the bottom, which is nice too, there's a time and a place for it. It would have that nice V taper to it because the pendant would kind of pull down on the chain and give it a really nice profile, especially at this thickness. So I started looking into that a little bit, and that's when I realized, damn, the gold market is crazy right now. Like, I started working again with Daniel's Jewelry, because, you know, I'm big on being a return customer, especially if I felt like my experience the first time was good. So started working with them a little bit on strategizing the pendant, getting the estimate and everything. And when I got the estimate, I was like, damn, the pendant that we were talking about was going to be 50 grams of gold. And it was damn near as expensive as this chain was. And this chain is 187 grams. So I'm like, gold prices have really pretty damn near doubled. To be honest, I even went and I looked at this exact chain on their website. Same specs, 14 karat, 10 millimeter, 24 inches. And it's going for double what I paid for it back in 2021. I was like, that's dope. I love that for me and the value that I have in just this chain, but that's tough for buying a pendant right now because it's gonna run me. So I started thinking about it a little bit, and I worked with them on it as well. I actually called Daniel's Jewelry, and I'm like, how can we strategize this so that I can leverage the value that I already have in the chain that I currently have? Because I bought it at a really good time, and the market is crazy right now. So the value got shot up. So like, what can we do to like leverage that? And what they told me was that they could actually, if I was open to it, downsize this chain from a 10 millimeter to a 9 millimeter. So I would send them this chain, they would melt it down, and then they would refabricate a 9 millimeter chain. So since the chain would be getting smaller, obviously there's gonna be some extra gold that came out of this current chain that they can work with. So we started talking about it a little bit, and they told me that a 9 millimeter chain would be approximately 149 grams, which I believed them 1,000%, because when I bought this chain, they told me it was gonna be 186 grams before I even got it. And when I got it, it was 187 grams. So it was actually 1 gram more than what they told me it was going to be. So I know these guys know their work. And if they tell me that a 9 millimeter chain is going to be about 149 grams, I'm pretty confident that it is. So basically, I send them this chain, which weighs 187 grams. They'd melt it down. They'd have 187 grams of 14 karat gold to work with. And then they'd fabricate a 9 millimeter chain, which is going to come out to 149 grams. Right? So there's a difference of 38 grams there that they're still going to have to work with that comes back to them as scrap after they melt this chain down and fabricate the 9 millimeter chain. So they told me that they can just take that excess 38 grams that they get back from downsizing this from a 10 to a 9 and use that to create the pendant. That way I'm not buying any new gold. But what I would have to pay for is the labor, the fabrication costs, shop fees, whatever they have that they need to cover in order to keep their business operating and pay the people who are going to be involved. That also includes the CAD design, because it's going to be a custom pendant. So they're going to put together the CAD so that they can send it to me and ask me if I like it. I can see what it's going to look like before they go ahead and fabricate it. So it ends up being a pretty good situation because you don't have to buy more gold in a market where it's not really a buyer's market. It's a seller's market right now, to be honest. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. And my thought process behind it is this. Yes, I have a 10 millimeter right now, and I love how this looks. I really don't want to downsize it to a 9 millimeter, but going from 10 to 9, I really don't think it's going to be that much of a difference, to be completely honest. I might notice it, but I don't think anybody else would notice it, especially with the chains not being side by side. Plus, the 9 millimeter is going to have a pendant on it. So I'm thinking that 9 millimeter chain with a pendant actually has a similar presence as a 10 millimeter chain with no pendant. To be honest, it might even have more presence. I think that a 9 millimeter chain with a pendant on it might actually look bigger and have more presence than a 10 millimeter chain with no pendant does. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. So today I'm gonna go to FedEx. I'm gonna ship them my chain. They're gonna get it, and we're gonna start working through the process. So that's my update for right now. I'm definitely gonna post a follow-up video this time because I really want you guys to see this process here and just basically highlight the customer service of Daniel's Jewelry. We're gonna get another chance to see a brand new chain, right? So I'll be able to review a brand new 9 millimeter chain. I'll be able to review a brand new custom pendant by those guys. So yeah, just look out for another video. I'll be posting another one soon. Like, subscribe, comment too, let me know your thoughts about going from a 10 millimeter to a 9 millimeter, but adding a pendant. Is it worth it? Especially given the fact that in doing it, I don't have to purchase any new gold right now. Because if I did just want to purchase a pendant right now for this chain at the size that the pendant would be, it would be ridiculous, to be honest. It would cost damn near as much as I paid for the chain for like half the weight of the chain. So yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are. I'm gonna do it anyway, to be honest. So you're gonna see what it looks like. But I'm kind of interested to hear what you guys have to say, what your thoughts are. Would you do it or would you not do it? So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.